Well, very pleasant good afternoon and welcome to Lone Star Conference playoff action, volleyball action here from the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M University. Good afternoon, I'm Bryce Sheets. As we come your way on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network, the Lady Buffs set to host St. Edwards, the Lady Hilltoppers, in this one today. Lady Buffs come in with a record of 12-2-4, 6-2-4 in the LSC, while the Hilltoppers come in 9-5-4, 5-4-3 in the Lone Star Conference. Lady Buffs were ranked number 14 in the state, but have since kind of gone on a bit of a spell where they tied St. Mary's 1-1, tied Oklahoma Christian 1-1, and then lost their last contest at Texas A&M International 3-1. And so they've dropped out of the top 25 and honorable mention in that category as well. And so Dallas Baptist, of course, still leads the USC rankings for soccer teams across the nation. They are number one. Also, Angelo State has received votes. They're in the top 25 as well. As we get set for this Lone Star Conference playoff matchup, quarterfinal here today on the campus of West Texas A&M University. Sunsplash afternoon for this fall gathering here today as the Hilltoppers come in blue, in their blue uniforms, blue tops, blue shorts, blue socks with white numerals. Lady Buffs are in their home gray uniforms with maroon numerals as they get set to host this one today. For St. Edwards, they come in as the 6th seed in this year's conference tournament with a 2-0 win over Texas Women's. Offensively, Tristan Cabello leads St. Edwards with 6 goals, followed by Julie Spielman with 5. In goal, Abby Carlson accounts for most of the minutes. She holds a 1.10 goals against average and a .753 save percentage during Carlson's 1,557 minutes. The goalkeeper has allowed 19 goals and converted 58 saves on 174 shots faced. For WT, their last time out, WT dropped its regular season contest against A&M International 3-1. Lady Buffs scored first on Asher James' 11th goal this season after being forced to play with 10 players because of a yellow or red card. The Dust Devils took advantage of the one-player advantage, scoring 3 goals. Despite the loss, WT secured the 3rd seed in the Lone Star Conference tournament. Taking a look at the starting lineups for today. For WT, looks this way, is going to be Reagan Heelan in goal, Emily Avila, Ashley Silvestre, Kendall Britton, Mandy Stricker, Maya Mendoza, Demarius Cruz, Asha James, Maria Francis Sorant, Alexis Villarreal, and Nicole Gray are the starters for the Lady Buffs in this one today. For the Hilltoppers, their starters look this way. Abby Carlson will be in goal today. Katie Gray, Mandy Davis, Katie Fitzpatrick, Marianne Crow, Emma Vesquez, Helenia Floyd, Elena Ramos-Bonet, Bailey Williams, and Jessica Hyde. That's the starters for the Hilltoppers this one today. We'll take a quick timeout and be back right after this on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Well, welcome back to the pitch as we get set for this one today between the Lady Buffs and St. Edwards. And this is quarterfinal matchup. The way the conference shapes out is this way. Dallas Baptist, of course, won the Lone Star Conference regular season title. So they're the number 1 seed, and they receive a first-round bye. Second-seeded Angelo State host 7th-seeded Midwestern State. That'll be tonight in San Angelo. The winner of that match will meet the winner of the WT and St. Edwards winner. On the other side of the bracket, number 4 Lubbock Christian hosts number 5 St. Mary's. That's about to get underway in Lubbock, and that's for the right to meet Dallas Baptist. The quarterfinals will be held at the higher seeds, with the semifinal and championship games being held at Dallas Baptist. And so, again, WT hosting this one. They win this one today. They move on to the quarterfinal down in Dallas, and that'll be later this week. Lady Buffs improved to 7-0-2 at the pitch this season following their draw with Oklahoma Christian. WT is 75-31-14 since the pitch was opened, September 10th, 2010, with a 1-0 defeat of Fort Lewis in that very first match here at the pitch. St. Edwards will be going from left to right, while the Lady Buffs will be going from right to left. And again, the way the conference shaped up, Dallas won the conference overall, so they finished with a 10-1-1 record on the season. Angelo State next 8-3-1, West Texas 6-2-4, Lubbock Christian 5-2-5, St. Mary's 5-3-4, St. Edwards 5-4-3, and Midwestern State 5-6-1. And so as we get set, the final instructions for the team captains in this one today, as the officials go over that. And we are about set to get this one underway as the clock continues to count down to get action underway. WT won the regular meeting between St. Edwards by a score of 1-0 in Austin. Lady Buffs now hold a 7-2-3 record against the Hilltoppers and carry a 2-game winning streak against St. Edwards into this quarterfinal match today. Of course, this will start the LSC playoff. This is the first of 2 games today here. The men also play later today. The WT men, they will host Midwestern State in the second contest. That'll be here later today. Officials have got together. They're getting set. They make their way out to the pitch as they're about set to get this one underway today. As mentioned, Dallas Baptist, number 1 team in the country. West Chester, number 2. Some other teams receiving rankings for Lone Star Conference. Of course, the Lady Buffs. Angelo State is in the top 25 as well. And so other action going on around the LSC today, too. And so we'll see how some of that other action goes on today. But we're about ready to get this underway. It will be the Hilltoppers.
Okay, guys, just follow the game as normal. We have lost signal, but continue the game as we
Okay, we're back. We're back. Keep track.
Okay.
And so we're set to get this one underway, and the Hilltoppers put this one in play. They control it along the back line. They'll get it up across the midline. And there's going to be a foul called against the Hilltoppers. So it'll be a free kick for the Lady Buffs. Reagan Heelan will put this one in play. And we get it over along the far sideline for the Lady Buffs. Moving it up on the near side is Cruz. She will boot it toward the middle. Scramble for the loose ball, but that is going to be out in front. And unable to catch up with that one was Nicole Gray, the 5'9 freshman from Amarillo. So goal kick for Abby Carlson, who put her foot into this one. Close to the midline, controlled by the Hilltoppers. Again, the last time these two teams played was October 12th. WT won that one in Austin, 1-0. Lady Buffs control it toward the middle. Scramble for the loose ball. And trying to get it up ahead. The Hilltoppers have it. They control it. And that is Katie Gay. Katie Gay is over on the right side, but that's taken away by the Lady Buffs. Cruz will try to run the sideline. Actually, it's Silvestre across the way, and she'll get set to throw this one in. Controlled by WT. Asha James comes over on the near side. So nice steal there for the Hilltoppers. They take it back the other way. Now advancing is Mary Ann Crow. Gets it down in the corner. Her shot's going to be well off the mark. And Lady Buffs Reagan Heatland comes out of it. She'll wait for the offense to get reset for the Lady Buffs. She'll get it in to the near side. Avila over to the right side. Now trying to control that one was Cruz. Gets it in the middle to Maria Francis Serrant. Tries to feed it back up to Cruz, but that one is going to be, let's see, a scramble for it, and it's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick for the Hilltoppers. Nick Cowell leading St. Edwards. Of course, Chad Webb in his 13th season as the lead for West Texas A&M. Lob back, controlled by the Lady Buffs. Cruz takes it in the middle, gets it over on the near side. That's going to be Maya Mendoza. Mendoza crosses over, trying to pass over to James, but that one got away. Running it back down for Lady Buffs is Villarreal. Alexis boots it up there, but that's going to go out of bounds. So it'll be another goal kick for St. Edwards. So getting set to put her foot into this one. Villarreal over to Cruz. Try to go to Asha James, taken away by the Hilltoppers. Scramble in the middle of the field. Mendoza had it for a moment, but taken back by St. Edwards. Lady Buffs control it. Avila goes back to Heelan, so she'll reset the offense for WT. Comes over to the near side. Mandy Stricker will bring it up with the right foot. Has it knocked out of bounds. And that'll be a throw-in for the Lady Buffs. Stricker. Will lob it up ahead, trying to get it to Maria Francis. That's going to be kicked out of bounds. A Hilltopper throw-in. Hilltoppers get it in. Quick kick up along the near sideline. And they'll let that one run out of bounds. And so that'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. We played 5 minutes here in the first half. No score between St. Edwards, the number 6 seed, and West Texas A&M, the number 3 seed, in the LSC quarterfinals. This one's booted up toward the middle. Villarreal controls it. Brings it across. She's tripped up. Going back the other way is Elena Ramos from Barcelona, Spain. Toward the middle, that's broken up by the Lady Buffs. Hilltopper scramble on the right side. Trying to drive it into the corner. That's going to be kicked away by WT. Pass over on the near side, that's broken up. And here's a shot on goal that Heelan's going to be able to come out with it. So Heelan puts her foot into it. Wind, by the way, is out of the southwest at about 20, so a gusty afternoon. So the Lady Buffs going into that wind today here in this first half. 74 degrees was our game time temp, so a pleasant fall afternoon here on the campus of West Texas A&M. Hilltoppers control it at the midline. Go over on the right side. Bud running that down for WT. Kendall Britton will get it up ahead. Now the Lady Buffs streaking on the left side. Here's a pass toward the middle. And trying to get over to Asha James once again. But broken up by the Hilltoppers. Scramble for the loose ball. St. Edwards controls it. Now back across the midline. Lady Buffs fighting for it. Hilltoppers have it. Come over on the near side. That's Elena Floyd. Back to the middle. Asha James comes over with a feed on the right side. Mendoza had it, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds. So there'll be a WT throw-in. Nice defensive pressure there by Bailey Williams, the freshman from Santa Fe, New Mexico. So Manny Stricker will come up and throw this one in, trying to get it to Mendoza. But the Hilltoppers take that back, and then we've got a whistle. That's going to be a throw-in for the Lady Buffs, so she was out of bounds. So WT will get set to throw this one in. Stricker once again. Gets it back. That's going to be off of a St. Edwards player, out of bounds. So another throw in for the Lady Buffs. Asha James. Lob it, trying to get to Mendoza. Scramble for the loose ball. Comes over on the near side, and once again that'll go out. Stricker will throw it in. Senior from Broomfield, Colorado. Gets it into Mendoza. Mendoza crosses over in front of the net. Here's a shot by Maria Francis, but that goes wide of the goal, so that comes back the other way. And St. Edwards will kick that one out of bounds, so a free throw in for the Lady Buffs. Getting set to throw this one in will be Demarius Cruz, senior from Austin, Texas. So lobs it in. It's going to be kicked out by the Hilltoppers. Lady Buffs control it. Villarreal will kick it up to Maria Francis Serrant. Serrant looks to go back toward the middle. Pressure there. Goes to the left side over. Silvestre will take it down in the corner. Tries to cross over. Has it taken away by the Hilltoppers. St. Edwards will boot it up toward the midline. Controlled by the Lady Buffs. Mendoza. Mendoza takes it in the middle. Pressure there. Kicked away by the Hilltoppers. Now they get it over on the right side. Trying to control it is Katie Gay. Katie Gay, nice crossover on the near side. Here's a real good opportunity, but it's not there for Elena Banet. And so coming up with that for WT is Heelan, who boots this one up the midline. That's going to be headed across by the Hilltoppers out of bounds. It'll be a WT throw-in. Stricker. Throw this one in. Trying to get it to Cruz. Battle for it. Cruz comes away. Nice left-handed kick. Oh, got knocked away by the Hilltoppers. So they get it up ahead. Controlling that one is Britton. Britton hits it again. Heads it out. Now Emily Avila. Avila goes over to Britton on the far side of the field. She'll pass this one up. Back to Britton. Kendall with the left foot. Across the midline, trying to get it to Maria Francis. There's a scramble for the loose ball. Race for it. The Hilltoppers come back with it. Lady Buffs headed back. Avila. And And goes over to the far side. Kendall Britton will bring it across. Trying to get it to Sarant. That's going to be taken away by the Hilltoppers. Now Sarant has it. Kicks it up ahead. Trying to feed it up on the near side. Trying to get it to Gray. But a nice job by Carlson to come up and grab that one. The goal keep. Boots this one out. And this one will be across the midline. A big kick. That's going to go all the way to the other end of the field. And quickly coming out with it. Lady Buffs to Stricker. Mandy will bring it up. Looks to see if she wants to go the middle or on the right side. She crosses over. Now tries to get it to Sarant. That's going to be over her head. Scramble for it. Lady Buffs booted up on the near side. A sprint for the loose ball. That's going to be kicked out of bounds by the Hilltoppers. So Lady Buff throw in. Getting set to put this one in play will be Asha James. James to Gray. That's going to be kicked toward the midline. Lady Buffs control it. Britton over on the left side. Oh, scramble for the loose ball. Coming away with it is Gay. Gay goes over on the right side. That's taken back by the Lady Buffs. Avila will boot it up to Maria Francis. Now we're on the left side. It's going to be kicked out of bounds, and so that'll be a Lady Buff throw in. So getting set to throw this one in will be Ashley Silvestre. And another throw in for the Lady Buffs. Try to get it toward the middle to Sarant. Sophomore comes over on the near side. Finds Mendoza, tries to get it up on the right side, but that's taken away by the Hilltoppers. Scramble for the loose ball. Lady Buffs come away with it. Still a loose ball. Now controlled by the Lady Buffs. That one's going to be out of bounds. So we're watching the replay. And there's a trip. So free kick for the Lady Buffs. Getting set to put her foot into this one will be the senior Emily Avila from Albuquerque. She's had a couple of goals this way on the free kick. Here's one up, and that's going to be headed into the corner. It's in for a goal. Lady Buffs on a nice angle, and credit again Emily Avila as she had the right bend on the ball, and then it was headed in by the Lady Buffs. And so they take the early 1-0 lead. As we watch on the well, there's the foul earlier. That's not the free kick. And so here's going to be the kick for Hilltoppers. Put this one in play. Ashley Silvestre gets the credit, although that Maria Francis is the one, I believe, who headed that one in. So Lady Buffs lead at 1-0. Over on the near side it comes to. Trying to control it is Jessica Hyde. Hyde weaves in and out of traffic, scrambles, loose ball. She still has it. Hyde goes over on the left side. And that's going to be taken out by Avila. Avila goes back to Heelan, and Heelan will reset the offense for the Lady Buffs. That goal came at the 13:38 minute for WT. They lead 1-0. Ball passed over on the near side. Stricker brings it across the midline. Trying to feed it up ahead. Try to get it up, but that's going to be kicked out of bounds by St. Edward. So a throw in for the Lady Buffs. Stricker gets it in. Trying to find James. James trying to dribble through traffic. Still a scramble for it. Lady Buffs control it. Avila over on the left side to Kendall Britton. Britton now goes over on the far side. Silvestre back to Villarreal, back to Silvestre. Scramble for the loose ball, goes out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for West Texas A&M. Can hear the wind in the background, a breezy afternoon, although a pleasant afternoon here at the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M. Ball comes into play. Hilltoppers control it. Lady Buffs take it back. Come across the way to James. James goes to the back line. Avila puts her foot into it, trying to feed it up ahead to Saran. Saran left-footed kick, but that one's just going to be wide of the goal. She had a good look, just couldn't get her body completely turned around. So there'll be a goal kick for Carlson. Abby, the 5'11 sophomore from Hudson, Wisconsin, puts this one in play. Lady Buffs had that one up to James. Asha crosses over in the middle, still stays with it, still has it. Now she tries a shot, it's going to be blocked. And she had Gray on the left. I don't think she saw her, but had Gray open on the left for a point-blank range. This one's lobbed up. Again, Carlson with a big boot. Tries to get it up ahead. Coming away with it for, it's Crow. Goes over toward the middle. Scramble for the loose ball. Comes back. Shots blocked by the Lady Buffs. Over on the near side with it. Villarreal will boot it up ahead. Trying to get it up to Gray. Instead, that comes back across the midline. Hilltoppers control it over on the right side. That's Emma Viquez. Now Lady Buffs have it. They get it toward the middle, and Carlson comes up and boots that one away. Villarreal puts it back in play for the Lady Buffs. Over on the near side it comes. Trying to control it. Jessica Hyde. Hyde will bring it. Check it instead of Hyde. That's Bailey Williams. Trying to get it to Hyde. That one goes wide, and so that'll be a throw-in for the Lady Buffs. So when it comes to Avila, Emily, come over on the near side, now puts it in the middle, trying to get it to James, taken away by the Hilltoppers. Mendoza comes back with it, sends it to the back line of Avila, goes across the way. Over on the far side, Britton has it, Kendall, bring it toward the middle to James. And that's blocked by the Hilltoppers. Scramble for the loose ball. James has it, kicks it across. Villarreal controls it. She boots it up ahead. Trying to get it to Saran. Scramble for it. Saran controls it. Back kicks it. Now looks to take it toward the middle. Goes back toward the middle to Mendoza. Maya over to Cruz. Cruz to Mendoza. That's taken away by the Hilltoppers. And Mendoza, or I should say, Damaris Cruz kicks it up ahead and kicks it out of bounds. So a throw-in for St. Edwards. Substitution in for St. Edwards. Coming in is Caitlin Gonzalez, a senior from Austin, Texas. She'll replace Aleda Ramos-Banet. So quickly in the action, Gonzalez had it taken away, though, the other way. Mendoza's tripped up, no call. Scramble for the loose ball. There's going to be a push called on the Lady Buffs. It's going to go against Villarreal. So you see the scramble for the loose ball right there. And nice steal by St. Edwards. Back to live action. Loose ball controlled by the Lady Buffs. Get it up toward the middle. Trying to control it is Gonzalez. Has it taken away. Over to Mendoza. Mendoza goes on the left side. Now feeds it up ahead to Gray. Scramble for it, and the Hilltoppers will come away with it before it goes out of bounds. They control it. Taken back by the Lady Buffs with it. And the officials saying, come on, go ahead and play. You can hear the crowd. Thought there was a foul there. Here's a shot, and that one just misses. Goalkeeper got her fingers on it and knocked it away, but, man, that was a good effort by the Lady Buffs. Here's a shot up along the near sideline. Scramble for it. Lady Buffs kick it back the other way, controlled by Cruz. Damaris takes it in the middle. Mendoza. Mendoza tries to feed it on the left side to Gray, but that one got away. Stricker has it back. Stricker goes over to Avila. Oh, now Stricker steals it back, goes to Heelan. Heelan controls it for the Lady Buffs. Coming up on 24 minutes left to play here in the first half. It's the 21st minute mark right there. Stricker gets away up ahead, trying to feed Gray. That's controlled by Mendoza to James. James tripped up, no call. Scramble for the loose ball. James has it back. Now trying to control it is Katie Fitzpatrick. She will feed it up ahead, and Heelan will come up with a loose ball. So Reagan Heelan will bring it out. Again, the other action going on today is Willard Christian hosting St. Mary's. They also got underway at the same time. Lady Buffs lead this 1-0. Coming up on the 22nd minute here in the first half. Heelan puts her foot into this one. That's going to be headed across the midline. And that was a little contact hand foul right there, so it'll be a free kick for St. Edwards. Putting her foot into this one is Maddie Davis. Heelan runs it down to the right of the goal, brings it out. Davis, a junior from Spring, Texas. Heelan tried to get that one up, and again, you can see the wind just knocked it down. Again, a strong wind from the southwest at about 20, gusting a little higher at times. So that's to the advantage of the Hilltoppers at the moment. Scramble for the loose ball, goes out of bounds off the Hilltoppers. That'll be a WT throw-in. So getting set to put this in play for Lady Buffs. It's Kendall Britton. She goes to James, over to Mendoza, goes to the back line. Avila comes across over the near side to Stricker. Stricker will bring it up. Scramble for the loose ball. They're going to say that's going to be a throw-in for the Hilltoppers. Ryan Drgovich, a 5'3" junior from Waterford, Michigan, comes in. And she'll come in and replace Ari Ramirez. Asha James controls it. Lobs it up ahead to Mendoza. That's going to be kicked back by the Hilltoppers. St. Edwards goes over on the far side with it. That's booted up way ahead by Marianne Crow. Lady Buffs control it, though. And Avila will get it toward the middle to Villarreal. Villarreal, the left foot, trying to lead up ahead to Gray. But that's going to go in the box, and so the goalie will come out with it. She'll bring it out. She'll boot it across. And the Lady Buffs in goal will control it back the other way. Regan Heelan puts her foot into it. Again, you can see the wind just catches it up at its high point and just drops it, basically. Hilltoppers attack the other way with it. Down in the corners, Jessica Hyde. She goes over toward the goal. And the goalie, Heelan, comes up with it there. So they'll wait till St. Edwards clears out and kick it over the near side to Stricker. Stricker will come up. Boot it across the midline, trying to get it to Maria Francis. Surratt has it kicked back by the Hilltoppers. Scramble for the loose ball, and Heelan will grab it once again. Just under 19 minutes left to play in this first half. Lady Buffs lead 1-0. Lady Buffs, Emily Avila on a foul. Got a free kick, kicked it to the goal. They count her as the one that scored. It looked like Maria Francis may have headed it in, but nevertheless, the Lady Buffs have the goal. Asha James controls it, comes over on the near side to Mendoza. Mendoza trying to lob it up ahead on the near side to Cruz. Marys tries to run it down, but that one goes out of bounds. So that'll be a throw in for St. Edwards. So Tristan Cabello makes her way in, the 5'5" sophomore from Austin. Comes in relief of Katie Gay, 5'3" junior from Plano. Lady Buffs control it. Here's a shot, but that's going to be over the top of the goal. Got it to Maria Francis, but she had it in her sights, but just put too much oomph on the kick as it sails across to the back net. So Abby Carlson will put this one in play. Carlson has it taken away by the Lady Buffs. This is going to be kicked out of bounds by St. Edwards, so a throw in for the Lady Buffs. So Lady Buffs get set to throw this one in as Mandy Stricker gets it into Maria Francis. Surratt down in the corner like a corner kick. Well, now we'll dribble out. Two players come over. Try to take it away. Maria Francis now into the corner like a corner kick. Lobs it up, but try to get it there for the Lady Buffs to head it in. But that sailed over the top of the goal and out of bounds. So a goal kick. Carlson will boot this one out. That's going to go out of bounds, so it'll be the Lady Buffs getting set to throw it back in. Stricker throws it in, finds Damaris Cruz. Back to Stricker, left-footed over on the right side, trying to. Ooh, there was knocked out by St. Edwards, so another throw-in for the Lady Buffs. 1-0, Lady Buffs with the lead. Had to go find the ball. So now they've got it up to Asha James, and so she'll throw this one in. Clock continues to run. Just under 16 minutes left to play in this one. They get it inside. With it's Gray, back to James. James try toward the middle, but that's going to be knocked out of bounds, and so that'll be a throw in for the Lady Buffs. So James gets set to put this one in play. Gets it into Gray. Nicole back toward the middle. That one's tipped away. Lady Buffs control it. Stricker goes over on the left side of Villarreal. Alexis back to Britton. Maria Francis Saron. Saron has it taken away by the Hilltoppers. The shot in the middle, but Stricker takes that one back. Scramble for the loose ball. The wind again carries it, but Britton comes down with it for the Lady Buffs. Slides for a tackle before that one goes out of bounds. Keeps it alive. Goes over on the right side of Villa. Emily Avila watches it go out of bounds, so it becomes a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. Substitution in for the Hilltoppers, Julia Spielman.
For the Hilltoppers, number 37, Julia Spielman.
Spielman, a 5'9" senior from Lafayette, Louisiana, will come in. And she'll give a breather to Jessica Hyde. So goal kick for WT. Lady Buffs control it on the back line with it by Mendoza. Dribbles through traffic, comes over to Stricker on the near side. Mandy will boot it up. Trying to get it to Gray. Scramble for the loose ball. Roadrunners come away with it. Or excuse me, the Hilltoppers come away with it. Get it back. Lady Buffs trying to control it. Nice dribble through on that one by Caitlin Gonzalez. Goes down in the corner, trying to find Spielman. Spielman's shot's going to be blocked, and that'll be a corner kick for St. Edwards. So we watch the drive in the corner. And Spielman had pressure on her right there from Damaris Cruz, and it got knocked out of bounds. So it'll be a corner kick for St. Edwards. Two players are back there, one of those being Julia Spielman. That's angled up and headed out of there by the Lady Buffs. James comes away with it. Gets it to the back row. Kendall Britton will boot this one up toward the midline. Running it down is Spielman. Julia has it taken away by Mandy Stricker. Stricker goes over to Villarreal, back to Emily Avila. To Britton. To James. Contact for Asha James wherever she is, and Maria Francis. They kind of double up on those two. Lady Buffs control it. Here's a feed up ahead, trying to get it to Maria Francis, but that's taken back by the Hilltoppers. Stricker takes this one over the left side. Tried to kick it up ahead, but running it down nicely is Caitlin Gonzalez. Goes over on the right side. Trying to dribble through traffic. There was Bonet. And Elena Ramos. Now the Lady Buffs going the other way. Silvestre down in the corner. Comes back. Kicks it toward the goal, and coming up to grab that one is Abby Carlson. So Carlson will come out of the net, will reset, allow the Hilltoppers to get their offense up the field. She boots this one again with the wind at her back. This will carry about 20 yards past the midline. It's going to be headed out by St. Edwards. 10.5 minutes left to play in this first half. Lady Buffs lead 1-0. Stricker gets it up ahead to Maria Francis, and there is a foul called on the Lady Buffs. So that goes out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for the Lady Buffs. Substitution is Izzy Sinischalchi.
For the Lady Buffs, Buffs, number 24, Brooke Ross Kelly.
Then Brooke Ross Kelly, the senior, comes in.
Izzy Sinicalchi.
And Ross Kelly will come in for Ashley Silvestre. So it's knocked out of bounds. Lady Buffs watch as St. Edwards throws this one in. Nobody advancing on the ball, and then finally they get it up ahead to Gray. Gray gets around the defender, doubled up, pushed off, no call. Comes up toward the middle. Lady Buffs take it back the other way, getting it toward Maya Mendoza. Goes up on the near side, finds Cruz. Damaris over to Maria Francis Saran. Saran dribbling up. Now looks to come to the middle. Feeds it over to James. Asha trying to dribble through the defense. And try to feed it up to Gray, but that one, or check it to Maria Francis Saran. Instead, that one got knocked away. So it'll be a corner kick for the Lady Buffs. And again, with the wind, see what kind of bend they get in the ball here. Asha will set this one up. Lady Buffs come to the back side of the goal. Asha James. This one's lobbed up. It's going to be headed out by the Lady Buffs. Scramble for the loose ball. Here's a shot that's going to be knocked off of thought a St. Edwards player, but no, they said that was knocked down by the Lady Buffs. 8 minutes left to play in this first half. Lady Buffs lead 1-0. So goal kick for Carlson. She puts this one in play. As Kelly gets it across the midline. Avila will take it in the corner. Comes out over. And that one's going to go out of bounds as she was trying to feed it over to Britton. But Kendall couldn't come up with it. In it comes. Lady Buffs will kick that one out. Scramble for it. Still a scramble. Britton uses her height to her advantage. Kicks that one out of bounds. So a throw in for St. Edwards. So St. Edwards gets set to throw this one in. Scramble for the loose ball. Hilltoppers have it over on the far side of the field. Trying to work it toward the middle. Lady Buffs come away with the theft. Try to feed it up ahead to Maria Francis. But a nice defensive stop by the Hilltoppers. Lady Buffs knocked that one out of bounds by Brooke Ross Kelly. It's controlled by WT Mendoza. Goes over on the near side to Mandy Stricker. Stricker lobs it up ahead to Maria Francis. Sarant crosses over at the midline. Takes it in the middle. 4 defenders on her there. Tries to feed it up on the near side to Cruz. Damaris rushes down on the right side, and that's going to be kicked out of bounds, and so that'll be a goal kick, or I should say a corner kick for the Lady Buffs. So WT will get an opportunity. Asha James will come over to put this one in play. Just under 6 minutes left to play here in the first half. James. It's going to be lobbed up. Knocked out by the Hilltoppers. James tries to go to the right side, and that one knocked out of bounds by St. Edwards, so a throw in for Asha James. Asha trying to get it to Cruz. That's going to be kicked out again by St. Edwards. So another throw in for the Lady Buffs. Coming up on the 5-minute mark. Asha sends that one into Gray, headed out by the Hilltoppers, so that'll be a corner kick for the Lady Buffs. And James gets set to put this one in play. Just waits for everybody to get set. Asha, left foot, bends it toward the goal. That's headed up. Scramble for the loose ball in goal. Still a scramble for it, and finally Carlson comes up, able to grab a hold of it. Abby comes out of the fray with the soccer ball, and we'll bring it up slowly. 4.5 minutes left to play in this first half. Lady Buffs lead 1-0. Lady Buffs control this one over on the far side. Ross Kelly has it knocked away. It's going to be knocked out of bounds, and so that'll be a Lady Buff throw in. Kendall Britton will get set to put this one in play. Ross Kelly heads it across the midline. Back kick by St. Edwards. That's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a Lady Buff throw in. Kendall Britton will get ready to put this one back in play. Tries to lob it up ahead to Gray, but that goes out of bounds. And so with the wind swirling, that'll be a throw in now for the Hilltoppers. A couple of more substitutes coming in for St. Edwards is Reagan Dykes, 5'4" senior from Little Elm, makes her way in. And so too coming in is Rebecca Herrera, 5'4" junior from Houston. Hilltoppers control it over on the far side, trying to feed it in the middle. That goes over on the right side. That's going to be kicked out of bounds by Julie Spielman, so that'll be goal kick for the Lady Buffs. Just under 3 minutes left to play in this first half. Again, quarterfinal action here at the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M. Lady Buffs lead the 6th seed St. Edwards Hilltoppers 1-0. First half action. Villarreal heads that one up to James. She's doubled up, so that's taken away by St. Edwards. Over on the right side, that's going to go out of bounds, and so that'll be a throw in for the Lady Buffs. 2:20 left to play. Kendall Britton lobs this one again up to Gray. Tipped out of bounds, and so that'll be the Hilltoppers throwing it in. That's going to be headed back by WT. Just under 2 left in this one. Scramble for the loose ball at the midline. St. Edwards comes away with it. They attack. Trying to dribble through traffic is Mandy Davis. Goes over on the right side. That's taken away by the Lady Buffs. Britton gets it up to the midline. Britton takes it back the other way. Ross Kelly feeds it over to Villarreal. Alexis goes to Emily Avila. Avila crosses over to Mandy Stricker. 1:12 left to play. Stricker will come up, feeds it up to Cruz. Maris comes over on the far side of Villarreal. Back to Avila. Avila will lob it up over to Gray. Nope, that's going to be taken away by St. Edwards. They control it at the midline. Cruz heads that one out. Goes over to Mendoza. Britton runs it down. Kendall will feed it up to Avila. Avila will dribble away from pressure. Splits the difference of the defenders. Keeps it going. Goes across the midline. That's going to be booted back. And wanting a hand, but no call on that. Finally a call. So that'll be a free kick for St. Edwards. Time running down, 8 seconds.
7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that one hits the goalpost, and that won't count because that was the half. And so we'll watch it on the replay here. As again, a free kick, their clock was counting down. So they put it in play, but it's knocked out by Reagan Heelan. And so that's where we'll stand here at the half. 1-0 Lady Buffs with the lead. We'll take a timeout, come back, and recap some statistics for you. But first, this break on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Let's do stats.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Well, welcome back to the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M here at the half. Lady Buffs lead this one 1-0 as we take a look at our first half statistics for shots in the ball game. West Texas, again, going into that win, able to outduel St. Edwards 8-3. Shots on goal, WT 4-1 for St. Edwards. Saves 3 for St. Edwards, 1 for Lady Buffs. Fouls 2 for St. Edwards, 1 for the Lady Buffs. And corner kicks in favor of WT 3-1. No offsides on either team called in that first half. And again, the Lady Buffs get a goal as Emily Avila had a free kick and put that one into the left corner. Maybe got a little bit of help from Maria Francis Serrant, but nevertheless, that's how the Lady Buffs goal came about in the 13th minute of the first half. As we take a look around the Lone Star Conference, also taking place today, of course, the other match down in Lubbock has Lubbock hosting St. Mary's in the first action of the day. And in that one, it's tied at 1 apiece between St. Mary's and Lubbock Christian. They have played, they got about 6 minutes left to play in the first half, so that's tied up between St. Mary's and Lubbock Christian at 1 apiece. The winner of that one, of course, will take on Dallas Baptist, while the winner of this one will take on the winner between Angelo State and Midwestern State. And, of course, Midwestern, the 7th seed, Angelo, 2nd seed. And the Lady Rams will host that one tonight at 7 o'clock down in San Angelo. Again, our score here at the half, 1-0 in favor of the Lady Buffs, as we will take a bit of a breather and come back here for the second half momentarily.
90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
You can follow the Lone Star Conference on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Simply search Lone Star Conference. The Lone Star Conference is proud to use Wilson as the official soccer ball of Lone Star Conference. You can learn more at www.wilson.com.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Well, welcome back to the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M University. Here you see the conference playoff bracket, and of course the Lady Buffs hosting St. Edwards. The 2 and 3, the 3 and 6 teams in this one today, trying to advance to the semifinal round, and the Lady Buffs lead at 1-0. You see the other action going on between Lubbock Christian also playing today, as they are at home, and Lubbock Christian taking on St. Mary's. That was tied at 1, last score we had. And then, of course, tonight, Angelo State will host Midwestern State, and so winner of that one also advancing. And so, again, the seeding will give Dallas Baptist that first-round bye. They'll host later in the week down in Dallas. Of course, Dallas Baptist, the number 1 team in the country. So, again, everybody else trying to see what they can do to upset those higher seeds. Lady Buffs, the number 3 seed here, taking on number 6, St. Edwards. And St. Edwards will be going from left to right. The Lady Buffs will be going from right to left. And so the win now will be at the back of the Lady Buffs. So St. Edwards running a 3-2-1-4, kind of how they're set up defensively in this one today. Lady Buffs make their way out as we get set for the final 45 minutes in this one. So the Lady Buffs will put this one in play. Maria Francis Serrant will approach the center of the circle and get set to put this one in play. As the officials get set, they say they're ready, and we are in play. So Villarreal. Alexis goes over to Mandy Stricker as St. Edwards comes out aggressively trying to approach the ball. Quickly they feed it up. Gray is up ahead, but that's going to be taken away by the Hilltoppers. Kicked over on the right side. That's going to go out of bounds, and so Lady Buffs will get set to throw this one in. Damaris Cruz over there. She'll wait for Stricker to come down, and Stricker will throw this one in for the Lady Buffs. In it comes Asha James, crossover toward the middle. James with the left foot blocked by the Hilltoppers. Over on the right side, Cruz. Cruz puts her foot into it, and that one is going to go high over the goal and to the back of the net, so it becomes a goal kick for Abby Carlson. She'll put this one in play. Carlson comes over to the near side. This is going to be lobbed up toward the middle, trying to get it up to Kaylin Gonzalez. She controls it over on the far side, feeds it toward the middle. Lady Buffs come back with the steal the other way, trying to drive it inside. There's a shot put up. And the shot on goal is knocked away. Another shot on goal is good for the Lady Buffs. Rebound coming up to put that one in is Gray. So Maria Francis had it on a nice feed coming up from Maya Mendoza, and then she got the rebound as we watch on the replay here. Lady Buffs advance on it. Maria Francis had it, and there is the rebound that's kicked in off the backside by Nicole Gray. And so the Lady Buffs lead this one 2-0 here, just into the second period. So 2 minutes, 15 seconds into the second period. Lady Buffs now up 2-0. Lady Buffs control it. Andy Stricker boots it up with the left foot, trying to get it up ahead at the midline. Controlling it is St. Edwards. The Hilltoppers have it. There's the boot up ahead, and Lady Buffs will bring it out of the fray. Back to Heelan in goal. Heelan will put her foot into it over on the right side, controlled by the Lady Buffs. Britton takes it over to the right side. Trying to feed it up ahead of James. There's a give and go. Controlling it over to the Villarreal. Villarreal will bring it across the midline. Tries to lead it up ahead to Maria Francis, but nice stop by Abby Carlson. So she'll bring that out. Again, the wind is a factor in this one. Lady Buffs Silvestre feeds it up on the left side to Maria Francis. She'll take it over, cross it over to the right side. Silvestre had it, and it got knocked out of bounds, and so that will be a throw-in for the Lady Buffs. So Ashley Silvestre will throw this one in. Ashley, the junior out of Amarillo, Paladuro High School. She was advancing. The official brings her back. Timeout taken. He's telling her to come back now toward the bench. Now she puts it in play. In the middle to Maria Francis. Villarreal kicks it down in the corner. Silvestre crosses over in the corner. Has an angle toward the goal. Knocked down and knocked out of bounds by the goalie. So that'll be a corner kick for the Lady Buffs. So coming over to grab it quickly. WT will get an opportunity here. Damaris Cruz puts that in, and that's knocked away by St. Edwards. Cruz controls it. Kicks it to James. James trying to dribble through traffic, taken away by the Hilltoppers. They bring it back across the other way. That's Jessica Hyde. Goes over on the right side. Lady Buffs control it back. There's a dangerous kick toward the middle. The Lady Buffs kick it up across the midline. Trying to run that one down. Here's Marianne Crow, senior from Dallas. Now back toward the middle. Goalie comes out and knocks this one out of bounds, and so that'll be a throw-in for the Lady Buffs over on the far side of the field. So Mandy Stricker will come up and put this one in play. Everybody across the midline on the WT offensive end. Stricker will lob it in to Cruz, Damaris, over the left foot. Try to go to Gray. That's going to be tipped away. Coming out of it, Elena Floyd tries to get it up ahead. Does so. Crossover by Julia Spillman. Goes toward the middle. Lady Buffs control it to the back line. Over to Britton. Kendall will bring it across. Goes over to Avila. Avila tries to feed it in the middle. Maria Francis. Sarant gets away from pressure. Takes it in the middle. Cut off there. Still scramble for the loose ball. That's going to be kicked out of bounds, and that'll be a WT throw-in. So getting set to throw this one in will be Ashley Silvestre. Ashley trying to get into, and does. Asha James. James tried a back kick. Thought Silvestre was going down in the corner. Scramble, and that's going to be kicked out of bounds, and that'll be another WT throw-in. Six and a half minutes gone in this second half. Lady Buffs lead 2-0. Tried to lob it up to Marie Francis. Gray scrambles in the box. That's knocked out by the Hilltoppers. Mendoza controls it. Maya goes to the back line. Finds Avila over on the near side to Britton. Britton feeds it up ahead, trying to get it to Silvestre. That's going to be knocked out of bounds, and so that'll be a Lady Buff throw in. Kendall Britton will throw this one in for WT. Gets it in. And that's going to be throw in for St. Edwards. So, they're going to give that one to St. Edwards. Scramble for the loose ball. St. Edwards has it. Kicked away by the Lady Buffs. Asha James. James. Bring it across the midline. Tries to lob it over to Maria Francis. That's going to be kicked away by Jessica Hyde. St. Edwards has the loose ball. Go over on the far side. Lady Buffs. Mandy Stricker kicks that one out of bounds. So it'll be a throw in for St. Edwards. So the Hilltoppers get it in. Tried to get it into Benet. Elena can't control it, so that's going to be a free kick for the Lady Buffs on a foul over on the far side. Instead, it'll be a throw in for the Lady Buffs. Loose ball, and that's going to be handed. Could be touched by a hand by St. Edwards, so free kick for the Lady Buffs. Emily Avila will come up and put this one in play.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said ABC said. Yeah.
Vila drives this one. Trying to get it back toward goal. Scramble for it. Hilltoppers come away with it and advance the other way. Come up toward the midline and cross it. Now they're taking it into their end of the goal. And that's going to be booted back by the Lady Buffs. Headed across by Gray. Across the midline. Hilltoppers have it. We'll come back over to Bailey Williams. Williams will drive it across. Scramble over to the left side. That's controlled by the Hilltoppers. They get it down to Elena Benet. Here's a big shot up in the wind. Scramble for it. Heelan's going to come away with it. She's going to control it. Brings it out on the near side to Britton. Kendall will bring it up. Kick it up ahead. That's taken away. Trying to get it across the middle. It's going to be knocked out of bounds, and that'll be a Hilltopper throw in. Getting set to throw this one in will be Bailey Williams, and does. Scramble for the loose ball. Lady Buffs come away with it. Get it across on the near side to Asha James. James, left-footed, crossed. Scramble for the loose ball. Goalie comes up and knocks it away. Way out of the box. Maria Francis has it back. Maria Francis controlling it toward the middle. Now the goalie will just kick it out of bounds. Nope, Lady Buffs control it back toward the middle. Maya Mendoza, she drives it toward the goalie, and that one almost got in. Goalie knocked it off its trajectory, and so that'll be a corner kick for the Lady Buffs. Watch on the replay here. And again, got it up ahead and got it on the right side. And again, there's the shot, just knocked away. So Lady Buffs will kick a corner kick. Damaris Cruz will put this one in play. Cruz tries to bend it toward the goal. That's going to be headed up and headed out by the Hilltoppers. They'll lob that one out of bounds, and so that'll be a Lady Buff throw in. Well, check it. It stays in bounds, so we go to the back line. Emily Avila. Oh, got knocked down. Yeah, I was going to say, that's got to be a foul. And so foul called on the contact there. And so it will be Lady Buffs who will control it at the midline. Vila will put this one in play. Toward the goal, that's headed back by the Hilltoppers. Asha James controls it. Into the corner. Toward the middle. Gray tried to get it, but it was knocked out. Nice defensive play by the Hilltoppers to get it up toward the midline. Scramble for the loose ball. Lady Buffs knock it away. Comes over on the near side. Silvestre will control it. Toward the middle, the Maria Francis. Surratt. Back to Villarreal. That's knocked away by St. Edwards. Villarreal off of a St. Edwards player. It goes out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in for the Lady Buffs. And it comes to Maria Francis. Silvestre kicks it up along the left near sideline. Scramble for the loose ball. That goes off of Ashley Silvestre, so it'll be a throw in for.
Entering the pitch for the Hilltoppers, number 2, Reagan Dykes. Number 3, Katie Gay. Number 9, Ari Ramirez. Number 19, Rebecca Rader.
So mass substitutions. Reagan Dykes, Katie Gray comes back in. As they bring in 4. Britton lobs it up over on the far side, trying to get it up ahead. Scramble for it. He's trying to feed it up to Cruz. Down in the corner, trying to advance. And that one, let's see what we got there. Got a foul called on WT, so that'll be a free kick for the Hilltoppers. So getting set to put this one in play will be Caitlin Gonzalez. Lady Buff set up. Somebody trying to feed up toward the goal. Gonzalez puts this one up, and Heelan comes away, grabs that one, and able to come up with the ball. Heelan puts this one in play, and that's going to clear the midline stripe. Kicked back by St. Edwards. Lady Buffs will get it across to the middle to Maria Francis. She's taken down, and that's going to be a foul called. And that's going to go against Elenia Floyd. We watch this one kicked up ahead. Maria Francis has it, and there's the foul. She's taken down, so it'll be a free kick for the Lady Buffs. So Emily Avila will come in, the senior from Albuquerque, will get set to put her foot into it. Avila says she's ready. Puts this one up in the air, gets plenty of air under it. It's going to be headed up. Controlled, Scott, shot. That's going to be grabbed by Carlson. Lady Buff's trying to get an angle on it, couldn't. Here's a quick throw out. Comes up to the Hilltoppers. Over to the middle. Come over on the near side with it is Cabela. Kicks it down in the corner as they cross over toward the middle. Lady Buffs knock that one away by Villarreal. Scramble toward it. Hilltoppers advance. Take a shot on that. It's going to be headed out by the Lady Buffs. Still trying to push it out. St. Edwards comes away with it over on the far side. Trying to control that is Katie Gay. Goes down in the corner. That's going to be knocked out of bounds. So that'll be a goal kick, or excuse me, that'll be a corner kick for St. Edwards. So St. Edwards gets ready for their second corner kick of the match. Lady Buffs lead it 2-0. Just under 29 minutes left to play in this one. Hit toward the middle. That's going to be kicked out. Controlling it. That one's hit toward the goal. Knocked out of there by WT. Now scramble for the loose ball. Left-footed kick. Reagan Dykes That one's going to be knocked out of bounds, and so that'll be a throw-in for St. Edwards. St. Edwards gets this one in play. They get it back to Gay. Katie goes on the left side, crosses over, got a couple of defenders on her there. Scramble for the loose ball. Here's a point-blank shot that's going to go wide of the goal. Good effort that time for Ari Ramirez. So Jordan Bearden comes in for the Lady Buffs. She'll come in for Ashley Silvestre. It's going to be headed up. Bearden keeps that one alive. Now Britton still has it going. A lot of players falling all over the place. Loose ball. St. Edwards has it. They come over on the back line with it. Bailey Williams drives it toward the middle, knocked away by the Lady Buffs. They feed it over to the near side to Britton. Britton with a bad kick back toward the middle, and Reagan Dykes comes away with it. The Lady Buffs knock this one away. Bailey Williams controls it over on the right side. Looks to and gets it to Ari Ramirez. Ramirez tries to keep it from going. Nope, it goes out of bounds. And so that'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. Trying to control it down there in the corner. Just under 27 minutes left to play. The Lady Buffs lead 2-0. Elin puts this one in play. Lady Buffs get it across the midline. St. Edwards controls it back. Now they take it toward the middle. Shot on goal, and that is in there. Got high over Halen's reach. And a nice shot into the wind for St. Edwards as they cut the lead to 2-1. You watch this one here. You can see on the replay, here's the crossover. Katie Gay is the one that got that one high to the back of the net and cuts the WT lead to 2-1. That goal coming at the 63rd minute. So Lady Buffs lead 2-1. They attack toward the middle. James controls it. Goes on the back line. Over to Bearden. Bearden goes back to Britton. Over to Avila. Avila feeds it in the middle. Trying to get it to Asha James. James now attacks. Goes over to the middle. Tries to feed it up ahead. Oh, and trying just for a touch was Nicole Gray, but she just touched it too much. She was trying to set it up for a shot, and that falls into the hands of Abby Carlson. Britton will kick this back to Heelan. Heelan controls it, puts her foot into it. That comes up to the midline and across. Quickly trying to run it down, Maria Francis. She's pushed out of bounds, and that's going to be a foul called against Elena Floyd. So a free kick for the Lady Buffs. Oh, no, instead, they're saying that was a foul. Maria Francis. So it's going to be a free kick instead for the Hilltoppers. So getting set to put this one in play is Floyd. Floyd has that knocked out by Bearden. By Gray, excuse me. Lady Buffs can't control it. That was Bearden trying to control it. Substitute in for the Hilltoppers, coming back in, Elena Ramos-Bonet. Freshman from Barcelona comes in. Bailey Williams will throw this one in, and that's taken away by Asha James. James will attack now. Comes over, across the middle, feeds it up to Maria Francis. Still controls it. Scramble for the loose ball. Hilltoppers come away with it, come over on the near side. They get it up to Ari Ramirez. Ramirez comes to the back line to Murray. Or to Williams, excuse me. Bailey goes up ahead to Dykes. Scramble for the loose ball. Hilltoppers trying to keep it. And that's taken away. Here's a shot on goal. That's going to go wide of the goal. So that'll be a goal kick for Reagan Heelan. Ross Kelly comes in. And Jordan Bearden will sit down. Loose ball, scramble, kicked away with it. And that goes over the right side. Here's a shot toward the goal. It's going to be kicked away. Scramble for the loose ball before it goes out of bounds, and that will be a throw-in for St. Edwards. Lady Buffs lead 2-1. Just under 23 minutes left to play. Williams throws this one in. It's going to be headed out, and that'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. Oh, I guess they're going to say it's going to be a throw-in instead. That was off of Tristan Cabela. So Lady Buffs will throw this one into Ross Kelly. She'll go back, and then she lost it out of bounds. So throw in for St. Edwards. Coming back in on the pitch is going to be Julia Spielman. She will come in for Era Ramirez. Williams gets it in. Oh, and that's going to be a foul called on the Lady Buffs. So that'll be a free kick. That foul's going to go against Ross Kelly. And again, here's the throw-in from Williams. Tries to feed it on the right side and a scramble for the loose ball. And they say Ross Kelly's guilty of the push. So this will be a free kick. Almost like a corner kick down along the end line for St. Edwards. As they get set to put this one in play. The shot toward the goal. It's headed up by WT. Still a scramble. It's headed by St. Edwards. That's on top of the net. And so that'll be goal kick for the Lady Buffs. Leading 2-1. Lady Buffs get set to put this one in play with 21 minutes left to play in this half. So it's going to be lobbed up ahead. Scramble for the loose ball. Trying to come away with it. St. Edwards controls it. That's going to be knocked away by Mendoza. Over on the far side of the field, trying to advance toward the middle. That's going to be Gay. They will get it over on the left side, taken away by the Lady Buffs. They feed it up ahead. And that's going to be kicked out of bounds, and so that'll be a Lady Buff throw-in. Lady Buffs get set to throw it in and do. It's going to be taken away by the Hilltoppers. It's going to be kicked up to Maria Francis Saron. Saron takes it in the middle. Has Williams on her. Goes down in the corner, kicks it back. Nope, comes back toward the goal, toward the middle. Still has control of it. Tipped away by Williams. James comes into the picture. She runs it down. That's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick for St. Edwards. 19 and a half minutes left to play. WT with a 2-1 lead over St. Edwards. Abby Carlson will put this in play. It's going to be bodied off. That'll be a throw-in for St. Edwards. Subs coming in for the Hilltoppers. Back in is Caitlin Gonzalez. Comes in for Cabela. Villarreal kicks it toward the middle. I noticed looking toward the home side here a little bit, as that one's kicked over on the left side, controlled by the Hilltoppers. As people look back toward the stands, they're fighting the sun here a little bit. James tries to dribble through traffic, take it away. Comes over on the near side. Williams tries to dribble up. Looks to and finds Gonzalez. Goes on the right side. Aims this one toward the corner, and that one is going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. Coming up on the 18-minute mark left in this one. So Heelan puts this in play. That's hit back by the Hilltoppers. They control it on their end. Trying to get it over on the right side. Stricker gets it up ahead to Maria Francis at the midline. She's pushed, no call. Maria Francis will go back to Stricker. Stricker will bring it across. Tries to feed it up ahead, trying to get it over to Gray. Nicole has it. Kicks it toward the goal, but that's going to be over the top, and so that'll be a goal kick for St. Edwards. St. Edwards attacks the other way. Williams gets it up ahead. Scramble for the loose ball. Gray's in the middle of it. It's kicked out of bounds, and that should be a throw-in for St. Edwards. Coming back in on the pitch. Marianne Crow comes back in. 6-foot senior from Dallas. Mans the front line. Gray, scramble. Back over to Floyd. Floyd finds Katie Fitzpatrick. Now they work it up ahead. Scramble for the loose ball. Britton. That's Fitzpatrick heads that one across for St. Mary's. Excuse me, St. Edwards. That one's going to be lobbed up, and Heelan's going to come away with it at the goal. Heelan puts her foot into it, coming up on the 16-minute mark. It's going to be headed across by St. Ed's. Hilltoppers get it to the back line, and that's going to be controlled by Floyd. It's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a Lady Buff throw in. So Kendall Britton will come up and put this one in play. Britton to Gray. Gray takes it in the middle. Still controls it. Trying to find Maria Francis. There's a scramble. Britton's taken down. No call on the play, according to the official. Clean tackle on that one. They get it up ahead to Dykes. Dykes will boot it across with a left-handed foot. With a left foot across the midline. That's what I was trying to say. Hilltoppers a tackle on the far sideline. That goes out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for the Lady Buffs. Hilltoppers control it, though, on the throw-in. They have it on their end. There's an advance toward the corner. That's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be a Lady Buff goal kick. A couple of substitutes getting set to come in. Jessica Hyde will make her way back onto the pitch. Well, instead they're going to say this is a corner kick. So I'm not sure how they got that one. That was off of St. Edwards, but nevertheless, they'll get the opportunity for the corner kick here. They get it in quickly. Here's a shot on the angle, hit across the way. Lady Buffs will knock that way in. Maria Francis toward the middle. Scramble for the loose ball. Heelan comes up with it. Falls to the floor. Now she'll wait for everybody to clear. 14 minutes left to play in this one. Lady Buffs lead 2-1. Heelan puts it up in the air. It'll carry to the midline. Ross Kelly gets it up to Gray. Gray has it lobbed up ahead. Maria Francis comes up. And their goalie, Carlson, comes out of the box and kicks that one out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for the Lady Buffs. A couple of substitutes, as we mentioned earlier. Jessica Hyde comes in. And for the Lady Buffs, getting set to come in will be Ashley Silvestri. And she'll come in for Cruz. Damaris will get a breather. So scramble for the loose ball. James comes away with it, kicks it up ahead. Over on the right side. Maya Mendoza comes in the middle, kicks it back toward the middle, try to get it to James. It is knocked away nicely by St. Edwards. Hilltoppers attack the other way. Ross Kelly has it. Feeds it over on the right side. Mendoza's tripped, and that's going to be a foul called on St. Edwards. So free kick for the Lady Buffs. Ross Kelly trying to feed it up ahead to Mendoza, and she's going to be tripped up right there. So here's a shot toward the goal. It's high over, almost headed in. Knocked out of bounds by St. Edwards, so that's a corner kick for the Lady Buffs. Again, putting a lot of air on that one, Emily Avila. So the senior, as Asha James will put this one in play in the corner. Asha gets set. Asha says she's ready. Here comes the play. It goes a little high and to the right. Scramble for the loose ball. Back to James. James lobs it toward the middle. That's going to be headed out, and that'll be another corner kick for the Lady Buffs. So just over 11 minutes left to play in this one. James do another corner kick for WT. Tries to bend it with the left foot this time. That's kicked up in the air. Tipped away by St. Edwards. They will get it up on the right side. Ross Kelly will run it down. It's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to say that's off of WT. And so St. Edwards gets a break there. Coming into the lineup will be Emmy Viquez. Viquez comes in for Reagan Dykes. So St. Ed's gets it across quickly. That's going to be booted out by Heelan to Ross Kelly. She'll go to the back line. Here's a feed up ahead. St. Edwards trying to be aggressive. Over on the left side, kick it that way, but they're going to kick it out of bounds. So that'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. 10 minutes left to play in this one. Lady Buffs lead 2-1. Heelan puts this up in the air to James. She heads it across the midline. Scramble for the loose ball. Kelly has it, Ross Kelly. Brooke will feed it up to Maria Francis Surratt. She falls down. St. Edwards gets it back the other way. And coming up to pick this one up will be Reagan Heelan. So Heelan surrenders down to the grass. She'll come back and put her foot into this one again. Across the midline, that's going to be headed up by St. Edwards. Scramble for the loose ball. Brooke Ross Kelly gets it across the midline. So it comes over toward the midline again, and St. Edwards comes away with it. They control it. Come over on the near side with it is Viquez. She feeds it to Gonzalez. Tries to lob it up. That's going to be headed out by the Lady Buffs. Still controlling it out away from the goal. Goes over Asha James. There's a big kick, and that's going to go over the goal. And so that'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. A couple of subs coming back in. Katie Gay comes back in for St. Edwards, along with Katie Fitzpatrick. Heelan puts this one in play. James controls it. Scramble over on the right side. James keeps it in, then she boots it up across, trying to get it to Maria Francis. That's going to be headed back toward the goalie, and Carlson comes up with it, throws it out. 8 minutes left to play. Lady Buffs lead 2-1. It's going to go across. St. Ed's has it. There's a trip, and they're going to call that one on St. Ed's. Trying to pull that one in was Emily Avila. She gets tripped up, so she'll get the free kick. Avila puts her foot into it. Up to Maria Francis Saran. Maria Francis is pushed down, no call on the play. They let him play through. 7:25 left to play. Over on the far side, that's going to be knocked out of bounds. That'll be a throw in for the Lady Buffs. In it comes. Lady Buffs Villarreal comes over on the near side of Maria Francis. Maria Francis comes over to Gray. Gray dribbles through traffic, taken away by St. Edwards. Still a scramble for it. Maria Francis controls it, takes it back toward the middle. Tries to dribble through traffic, can't. Comes over on the near side, does St. Edwards as they get it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes over on the far side, as that is trying to drive it to the left side, and doing so is Maddie Davis. Now they bring it to the near side, toward the middle. Lady Buffs control it. They boot it across. St. Edwards now will send it back toward the middle. That's going to be headed out by the Lady Buffs. St. Edwards controls it. Scramble for the loose ball. That's going to be taken away by Brooke Ross Kelly, and she's going to kick that one along the sideline and out of bounds. And so that'll be a throw in for the Lady Buffs, they say. So it was off of a St. Edwards player. Just under 6 minutes left to play in this one. In it comes. Lady Buffs control it. James tries to find it up ahead. Maria Francis comes over on the near side. Silvestre. She boots it up ahead, knocked away by St. Edwards. Back up to Gray. Gray trying to go up on the near side. That's going to roll out of bounds. And that'll be a goal kick for St. Edwards.
Entering
Coming
the pitch
in.
for the Hilltoppers, number 26, Ren Belechet.
Ren Belechet, 5'3" senior from Cleburne, comes in. And coming out will be Kaylin Gonzalez. Well, actually, I don't know if anybody went out. Scramble for the loose ball. Controlling it, Rebecca Rearer. Kicks it back to the goalie. So bringing it under control, St. Edwards kicks it up ahead. It's going to be headed up. Trying to run it down over there is Julie Spielman. Goes to the back line. James has that one taken away. Into the corner. Goes out of bounds, and that'll be a goal kick for the Lady Buffs. A little battle there between Julia Spillman and Avila. Lady Buffs will put this one in play with 4 minutes left to play, leading 2-1 here in the quarterfinal matchup between St. Edwards and West Texas A&M. And that's going to be headed up. It's going to be a foul called on St. Edwards. We're going to whistle that one against Katie Fitzpatrick, 5'9" freshman, using her height advantage to try to have that one up, but instead she was called for the push-off. So Vila gets set to put this one in play. Vila sends this one up deep. It's controlled out by St. Edwards. St. Edwards comes on the near side. Feet up ahead. And that's going to be a foul called on Silvestre, so free kick for St. Edwards. 3 minutes left to play. St. Edwards will control it. Getting set to put this one in play is Maddie Davis. Davis sends everybody up ahead. Puts her foot into it. It's going to sail high. It's going to be headed up. Kicked out of there by the Lady Buffs. Davis kicks it back. Again, going to be headed up. And Heelan comes up and takes that one to the turf. 2:30 left to play. Nice effort by St. Edwards. Heelan puts this one high in the air. It is going to sail across the midline. St. Edwards again with another opportunity. Sends it over on the far side. Lady Buffs Hagen. Maria Francis has it. She makes the theft. She advances. Takes it toward the middle. Powers a shot up, but that's going to be run down by the goalie, Carlson. So she'll roll it out on the near side. With it is Rebecca Rear, who kicks it over on the near side to Emma Baquez. Baquez feeds it up ahead. Scramble for the loose ball. Trying to turn it toward the middle. Still Villarreal. No. Britton. Kendall Britton takes that one away. Gets it up to Maria Francis. Sarant takes it over. Now slows up. Maria Francis kicks it to the back line with it. That is Maya Mendoza. She has it. Comes over to the middle. Here's a lob up. And they kick it down in the corner. And there's 1:19 left to play. That's going to be a throw-in for St. Edwards. 2-1, Lady Buffs with the lead. And it comes. St. Edwards controls it. Go to the back line. Here's a big kick, trying to get it up the field, but Maria Francis will knock that away for the Lady Buffs. Taken back by St. Edwards. They will lob it up ahead. It's going to be headed back by the Lady Buffs. Comes over right at the midline. Controlling that is Katie Gay. Takes it in the middle, taken away by the Lady Buffs. Back by St. Edwards. Scramble for the loose ball. Here's a shot. That's going to be taken over on the right side. Trying to control it there is Gonzalez. Gonzalez in the corner has pressure on her. 30 seconds left. That's going to be knocked away by the Lady Buffs, so that will be a corner kick for St. Edwards. They bring the goalie up, so nobody's back in goal. So they bring everybody up for a corner kick. 15 seconds left. They got to hurry. 10 seconds. Getting set to put this one in play. This one's lobbed up toward the goal. And it's knocked away. Scramble for it. 3, 2, 1. And Ross Kelly knocks it away. And the Lady Buffs are going to come away with a 2-1 win over St. Edwards and top the Hilltoppers in this one by a final of that 2-1 win. So the Lady Buffs will advance to the semifinals as they will travel to Dallas. And so that, as they get set to play the winner of Angelo State and Midwestern State. That one tonight at 7 o'clock. And so a big win for the Lady Buffs. We'll take a timeout. We'll do so and come back and recap some of our stats from this one. But first, this timeout on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1831 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
And welcome back to the pitch. Lady Buffs win this one by a 2-1 count over St. Edwards, as St. Edwards will fall to 9-6-4 on the season, while the Lady Buffs improve to 13-2-4 with a final 2-1 win. As we look at our final statistics in this one tonight for both teams, for the Lady Buffs, shots 17-10. Shots on goal, 10 for the Lady Buffs to 4 for St. Edwards. Saves, 7 for St. Edwards to 3 for the Lady Buffs. Fouls, 7 for the Hilltoppers, 4 for the Lady Buffs. Corner kicks in favor of West Texas. They have that one 7-4. And there was one offsides called on WT as well in this one. But again, the Lady Buffs win this one 2-1, as the Lady Buffs are able to get a go-ahead goal in the second half, as coming up, Nicole Gray able to drop that one in. She had 3 shots on the day, 2 shots on goal. Maria Francis Sarant had 4 shots on goal, and she got an assist for the shot that Gray was able to make. And then, of course, earlier for the Lady Buffs, Emily Avila got the shot on a foul and was able to put that one into the back of the net. And that's where they led 1-0 and then 2-1 for St. Edwards. Their goal came about again on a nice shot put in for St. Edwards by Katie Gay. Gay, just nice crossover toward the middle, and just a nice big high kick that got over Reagan Heelan's head for the goal. That tied things up at 1. Lady Buffs would respond back, and they cut the lead to 2-1. Lady Buffs had led 2-0, and they cut the lead to 2-1. Again, the final here from the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M. Lady Buffs win this one by a final of 2-1, and so they will advance to the next round of the Lone Star Conference tournament. That'll be the semifinals down in Dallas later this week. For the Thunder Vision crew, big thanks to Peyton Stokes for directing this one today. Cameras, Duncan Noose, Gaston Yowell, and Jordan Candy. And so that's guys that have to bring the pictures for you here this afternoon from the pitch on the campus of West Texas A&M. Again, our final, 2-1. Lady Buffs win this one. I'm Bryce Sheets. Thanks for watching on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.